years of my marriage, I couldn't be intimate with my husband. And it wasn't because I didn't want to, it wasn't because I was afraid, it was just that my body wasn't letting it happen. My body was fighting it. So, you know. Let's talk about I run an organization called Carry Cares Foundation, and it's a foundation that helps people heal from their soul wounds. As we go through life journey, we'll experience so many things. We pick up things as we go from our family, from friends, from society and our environment, and these things as we are journeying through life can cause soul wounds. But we don't have to carry these wounds like a backpack. We can get healed from it. If you have physical illness, for example, you treat yourself. So if you have soul wounds, you can treat yourself early. You don't have to carry it for long, like a backpack or make it identity. You can live well, thrive, and become the best version of yourself. Let's go back to the story. So I got married in 2021, right? So I had our wedding. I know, like, usually people are always expecting that, oh, on the wedding night something will happen and all of that. I wasn't like expecting to have anything to do on the wedding night because my husband was sick on that day, and we were all stressed because we had our weddings together. So we did church wedding, traditional wedding, reception in the same day. So we obviously tired, and my husband wasn't feeling too well on that day. So in my mind, I kind of knew that there's nothing that's going to happen this night. Yes, we got married as weddings, right? And there's this like every lady, some people, women used to say that before their wedding, they're always scared. They feel like, oh, they don't know how it is. I was curious, so I'd watched so many videos. I'd watched a lot of videos, so I was prepared, like, oh, this is what I would do, this is what I would wear, and everything like that. So I wasn't scared. I never really, I cannot say that I'm that person that was scared of first night. Anyway, I knew that it was going to pain me. I've heard that it was painful, but I used to have serious cramps, so pain was not something that I was afraid of. Like, I was mentally, I thought I was mentally ready, and then so it didn't happen that night. So after the night, we tried, and it didn't happen. It was extremely painful for me. I remember that we got like calls from friends to checking to say, oh, have you guys done it? How was it? And we told them that, you know, it was painful, and it wasn't, I mean, it was just painful, and we were unable to, I mean, if you love somebody, you cannot want to be inflicting pain on the person, right? So they were advising us, buy lubricant, get this, get that, try to use your fingers, all of those things. And then we did, but nothing. To give more context, it wasn't that it was just like, oh, it was trying to do it and then it was painful. There was like, my body was restricting it from like going through, so it was sliding down. And when we now tried to say, okay, let's apply more force, maybe we are not getting it, let's put more force into it, it would be extremely painful. And it's not like pain that is just down there, it's pain all over my body, like someone is trying to kill me kind of pain. So it was extremely like painful. Even with the lubricants, it was painful. So we didn't even bother again. We just thought, okay, we needed to like give it time. Maybe I'm too anxious. Maybe because we are trying. Maybe I was putting too much pressure. So let's take our time. And then we did, but every time we tried, it was like the same. So we obviously knew that there was a problem. Now, what did not work for us was the people that were close to us, that like our counselors and friends, family, that we told that we were not able to do it. They were just saying, "Don't worry, it's not that painful. It's just here." Like, nobody really understood that it could be something serious. And then anytime they see us or call us, they have you guys done it? So it started putting pressure on the both of us. And we said, well, you know what? We're not talking about this thing again, but I want to give a shout out to somebody, Sister Anu Giwa. She was the only one that said to me, this thing could be something serious. So do you want to check it out? There's something called vaginismus. Have you read about it? I'm like, no ma, I don't know anything about vaginismus. She's like, I'm not saying you have vaginismus, so I'm only saying that you should check it out. And I was like, okay ma, I will. When she left like this, remember I'm like, yeah, I just got married. I tell me vaginismus, I mean, I'm not virgin myself, I don't have it. And I mean, I was younger, and I didn't think anything was wrong with me. And I felt like I've always been a good girl, so why will I be having vaginismus? But whatever they called it, I didn't care. So, side note, sometimes people, God sends people to us, be angels to us, but we're too proud to like listen. Maybe if I had listened to her, maybe if I had taken a step further to research about it, maybe I wouldn't have to wait for 3 years. So we kept it to ourselves, right? So for the first year of our marriage, we're dealing with it by ourselves. But to put more light to it, first off, my husband was working in a different state, and then I was in a different state. So we didn't see ourselves like every day. So we spend the weekends together. And there's a way you just know that, oh, this thing is not going to happen. Like in your mind, you're not like looking forward to it because you're dealing with that. Another thing is that first year of our marriage, we were not really keen on having children. So in a way, subconsciously, at least I know that I cannot get pregnant, right? So there was also that contributed to the fact that we didn't put too much effort in it, and then we were planning to relegate as well. So whatever problem that we had, we obviously knew there was a problem. But like, at least when we go to abroad, we get help. We'll have people. There's a lot of help that you'll be treated. Will be fine. So as much as we were trying, we didn't put so much effort to it. If I'm going to be completely honest, it wasn't like a big deal. Like I said, both of us had not done it before, so it was not like, this is what I'm missing, this is what I've like. There was not too much pressure on ourselves, and because everybody around us just assumed that we were fine, because we didn't say anything to anybody anymore. It was just a good place to be. So that was how we managed through the first year of our marriage. Just moved on to, but we were trying. But I mean, if you get to that point, we just leave it. So when we relocated, that now second year, that's when we're now like, okay, we need to find out what the problem is. We need to do this, we need to do that. So we registered with the GP. They told us that they would refer us to gynae. They thought it was something physical. Maybe the hymen is blocked. You know, about life it's not the same. You have to wait for months and months and months, so they're wasting time. But what I think I got a bit lucky, because it was around that time that they were doing cervical screening. So I needed to see the GP for that. So I went for the screening. I remember telling my husband that I'm going to go for the screening. That if it's successful, I'm going to quickly run home. At least that place will still be open small, so that we can try maybe to work this time around. And then I went for the screening. I told I wasn't even shy. I told the nurse, I'm married though, but I'm a virgin. I've not been able to do this thing, so I don't want you to use the one that is normal. Use the one that, she said, no, don't worry. We have the ones that we use for people that I'm not sexually active, so it's fine. So she brought out the things. She put lubricant on it. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, now let's do this. Like I was having so much expectation that when I leave here, I'm running them straight. So she tried. I screamed. Like it was painful. My God. And she was like, I'm screaming too much. I'm in a lot of pain. That she should stop. I said, no, continue. Because I want you to do it. I don't want to care the amount of pain I feel. Do this thing so that I can go home and go and get this thing done with. So she moved it again, tried again. I was screaming in pain. She told me I cannot continue. Like, I've never seen this kind of pain before. It's never this painful. Like she was like, I've been in this job for a while and it's never this painful. I'm going to have to refer you to a specialist. So she told me to go home. So I got and was sad. I was like, what's wrong with all these people? They cannot just do it. Is it their pain? Because obviously, if a nurse cannot do it because I was in that much pain, how will my husband be able to do it? He can't. So I left the hospital. I go back home. Obviously, I was sad, but then I was referred to the gynae. So they were concerned. So they now did like a physical scan to see if there was any blockage, if there's anything blocking it. So they checked and they told me it's fine. There's nothing blocking it. That they're going to have to the scan for the screening for me. Sorry, but I have to come back. So they then sent me another appointment. Then I went for this appointment. This appointment, they were prepared for me that whatever pain I want to feel today, I'm going to get the cervical screening done. So what they did was they gave me gas and air. If you've ever had a child or if you are pregnant, you know what gas and air is. So it makes you feel like a bit dizzy and distracts you from whatever pain you are feeling, right? So they did the gas and air for me. Even with the gas and air, even with my dizzy states, it was still painful. But what they did differently was they didn't put like something inside. What they did was they put something inside, but the thing they put is a different equipment. It's like a screw. So the screw, as I'm screwing it up, it's expanding it. Not like that other one that it has to expand itself. Anyway, they were able to do the scan. So because of that experience, I thought, since I was dizzy and they were able to do the scan, maybe I should get intoxicated. Maybe it will work. So I got to my husband and this was my experience, and they were able to do the scan. It was still painful. I still felt the pain, but my point is they were able to do it. So I don't drink alcohol. I've not taken alcohol before in my life. So I told my husband, I'm going to go and buy alcohol. I'm going to get drunk. So that at least we can try to do this thing. This is already year 2, so you want to give it your best. So I went to get alcohol. We first argued on who's going to buy the alcohol first. Eventually, he went to get the alcohol and I drank it. My brother and my sisters, I slept. I slept. He was so upset. I can remember that day. I was like, I'm not even serious. I said, it's not my fault now. It's the alcohol now. It's not me. And also, we just knew that me and alcohol, if I want to sleep, that's my go-to. So that was how the whole idea of getting drunk or getting tipsy, we did it. So the next step for me, what we did was to see, I met a nurse that she was working in Nigeria as a maternity nurse. So that's what they call them, midwife, sorry. So I thought, oh, she'll have so many experience. So I spoke to her. Coincidentally, husband is a doctor. So we said, okay, you know what? I'm going to come to your house. I'll come and share our experience with you guys so that you can help us. Maybe you've experienced something like this first. So this man spoke to me and my husband, and he said there's nothing wrong with us. That whatever is wrong with us is not physical. That it is 99% sure that it's psychological. And then he spoke to my husband more. That my husband should try to heal this one, that one. So when we left, my mind just assumed that maybe I'm not even the problem. Maybe it's my husband. At least I'm fine. Maybe it's the problem. We don't know. So we tried to start eating healthy. Trying to like, okay, maybe it's something physical. We tried to eat healthy, do better. I know because of the long period of trying, I think he started losing interest. So he wasn't really having so much energy, putting so much effort in it. It was just like by the side. And then it started looking like, I'm trying not to say what I want to say. It started looking like, oh, maybe it wasn't mad enough. So that's where I started thinking, maybe it's the one that is the problem. I know that got medication for him to use and all. It didn't even work. There was no this. So I think that the whole problem was, the whole thing was affecting him psychologically as well. So he wasn't not even interested in like going penetrating. We just do what we can do and then move on. And also, what happened? That's how the second year passed. Now, third year, this is 2023. I'm not even sure now. 2023, yes, I think 2024. Right. So third year, at this point, I'm angry. I'm upset. Like, what's all this? I'm not sure it's 2022, 2024. But so I started going online to watch YouTube videos. Let me even see some people, how people were doing, people that maybe have somebody has experienced what I'm experiencing. So I watched many videos. I watched videos about people that shared their first experience. So what I was looking for was first experience. My search on YouTube was first night's experience, because I felt like those are people that can relate to me. Maybe something I'm not doing right. So I started watching video. Then boom, I stumbled on, and she's not an evangelist Tolua video, and where she shared her experience and how she couldn't have sex for the first 1 year of her marriage and all. But listening to a video, what stood out for me is exactly how she used her hand to like explain it, like how it's this is how she exactly she did that, like it just sliced down. That was what stood out for me. Like she was telling my story, like it was just exactly the experience. So I started playing all her videos to see that. So when she said, "Oh, the reason I think I watched one of her videos or her interview where she said the reason for her vaginismus was because of religion and I believe." I was not thinking that if I have vaginismus, then there must be a reason for it. So I wasn't now sure again that do I have vaginismus or I don't have it. But the symptoms of it, I do have it. Well, what I wasn't sure of is because it's very easy for you to just speak or diagnose yourself, but you cannot really say I'm sure that I wasn't sure. But so I called my husband, babe, let's watch this video together. So he watched it. I was like, it's exactly the same thing. Like, do I think I have this? But my husband is the kind of person that doesn't quickly attach illness to somebody. So we're trying to be very careful. So we did not just see the video and say, we have vaginismus. No, that was not what happened. It was just there. So now I've heard it twice. They've told me my first year. They've told me again. I've seen the video about it. So I was like, okay, maybe it's vaginismus, but it was just there. So one day I prayed, like, you know what, this kind of prayer that you pray out of anger. Like I was like, I mean out of frustration. Like I was just like, what was all this? Like what's going on? So I prayed that day, and then I moved on. I was doing something else. So I was in the kitchen this particular day. I think I was cooking or something. I was cutting something. I think I was cutting onions, slicing onions. And then I was just having a conversation with the Holy Spirit. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't understand what this is. I don't even know if I have vaginismus or not. But what I want is that I want this thing to be sorted out. I'm tired, really. And then the Holy Spirit replied me. I'm not going to give this guilt to anybody. The Holy Spirit replied me and said, think about your journey. Think about how exactly you feel when you're trying to be intimate and you're trying to have a penetration. What exactly happened to you? What happens is my body will just stiffen up, like my body will not be relaxed. So I remember I'll be saying to my husband, wait, let me relax first. Wait, I want to relax. And then I'll assume that I'm relaxed, but I won't be. Even if you do like 1 hour foreplay and I'm already relaxed, when it gets to that point, there's no entry set. There's nothing you want to do. So my body, I know I can't find the exact word to explain exactly how I feel or how my body reacts, but I know how it feels. I know it. So the best way to say it is it tightens up. Right. So I then remembered. So the Holy Spirit now asked me, before you got married, when have you felt this way before? I just had a flashback, and I remembered. I just saw myself really. It happened, but I just had a flashback. I saw myself in an apep. I was in Badon. I was going somewhere. I think I was going from work, and then I remembered an incident that happened to me. And in that apep, I automatically crossed my leg tight, and my body stiffened. My mouth was palpitating, and then for like some seconds, I looked at my side and my right. All these people are not seeing what's going on in me, because I remembered a situation where I was almost raped. And then I thought to myself, Jesus. Like, so at that point, I was able to marry the situation together. The rape experience, the almost rape experience. I wasn't raped. The way my body reacted when I remembered it. And the way my body reacts when I'm trying to get intimate with my husband. And then it just made sense. But I did not still conclude. So let me tell you what actually happened to me. On this particular day, I was coming from work. I was 20 at the time. I was coming from work. I think I was learning art and craft work. It was about that time that craft was a thing. So I was coming from work in the evening. I was in Badon. If you know UI very well, I attended the University of Ibadan. Shout out to all UIs. Right, so it was opposite to University of Ibadan. But I wasn't living in UI. I was living in, I think, somewhere in Abubu. Can't remember. Oh, I can remember, but that's side gist. Anyway, so I was living around Abubu Bodeja side. So I was coming from, I think, is this Songo now? Yeah. So I got to Abubu UI. And then I just met this young guy. He was saying, he asked me, oh, do I have 100 naira? And I said, so this happened in 2014. Just so that you can have, I got married in 2021. So you know that it's not that it happened today and then boom. No, I don't even forget it. Anyway, so he said to me, do you have 100 naira? I was like, no, I don't have 100 naira. And he looked really disappointed, like genuinely. And I'm like, oh, what happened? I said, good girl that I am. He said that, oh, that there's this young boy that is trying to, he sells something for his auntie, and then he's trying to go home, but his money is not complete. He sells I think orange or boiled granite, I can't remember. But his money is not complete. His money is short of 100 naira, and if he does not go home with that complete money, he's going to be in trouble. So I said, where is the boy? Me, I did not believe the story, so I was like, where is the boy? So he said, oh, he's inside the complex, at the back of the complex. So I said, let me see. So I followed the guy. I saw the boy. The boy looked disheveled. And then I was like, I have 200. Do you have 100 naira? So he said he had 100 naira. So I gave him 200. He gave me 100 naira. And then it was really thankful, and then he left. And then this guy, let's call him Mr. T. He said to me, oh, that you are so kind, you are so whatever, you are so good. I'm like, oh, it's fine, no problem. It's okay, just 100 naira. I was like, oh, are you a UI student? I'm like, I just finished, I'm going for service. And I said, oh, okay, what department? Oh, I said I studied sociology. And I was like, I studied economics. I'm like, when did you finish? He said, last year, 2013. I'm like, I never saw you in school. It's the same faculty that we are in. And that's how we started the full-blown conversation. I mentioned names of people that were sets that I knew. I was like, I know this person was said, and he said he's currently serving in Ondo State. So I'm like, I'm going for service. So I've seen senior colleague, just me now is NYC life. What's this? Where are you serving? How is it? I'm looking forward to it. I'm going for service in a few months. And I was like, oh, we are here, let's go upstairs. So we climbed the stairs. By the way, I need to put, if you know Agoro complex, you know that they close around that time 5-6. So this was about 7 o'clock. So when he said let's go upstairs, I didn't mind. I already felt comfortable with him to an extent, like my schoolmates, right? So we went up. So in my mind we were going upstairs, but talk did not allow me my sense work in that moment. So I went to the second floor, and it was a nice view. It was at the back of behind the complex, not at the front. So it was a nice way to rest your hand and then gist. And then he told me about where he was serving, how they treated coppers, blah blah blah. Long and short of the story, it was a nice gist. My phone was already there, so we were to exchange number. My phone was there, so I said, he wrote his number for me in the paper. Give it to me now. I'm definitely going to call you, blah blah blah. But yeah, let me be going now. So we hugged and wanted to kiss me. And I was like, I beg, no, I'm not that kind of. We don't do that here. And then it was, so I could sense the force, like the second attempt. I could sense the force, and I was like restricting myself. So like pushed me to the wall, pressed my shoulder, and wanted to kiss me. So this time I'm already angry, but I cannot fight him, so I screamed. If I had known, I would have just not screamed. So in my mind, I'm thinking that if I scream, he'll get scared, he'll leave me alone and let me go. But he got angry. I was like, oh, what am I screaming for? This one, that one, that because I can see security. Let him tell me something. All the case that is in this complex, he knows them. And even if they come and they see him, they will not do anything. I will leave him alone. They will just pass. And you know, as a girl child, you are thinking of your safety. So in my head, I've calculated, I've done overthinking. Like, if I scream again, he not told me to scream again and see what will happen. So I'm thinking, if I scream again, the security people that are there, they are men. He said he knows them. If they gather me together, my own are finished. So I just kept quiet and I said, please let me go. That I'm not that kind of person that I don't want to do anything. I was like, that is not even interested again. Like, he's not even interested in kissing. He does not even want to kiss again now. Like, he wants to do everything. I started begging him that please let me go and all that. So he decided that he wanted to deal with me for screaming, like deal with me. So he carried me. I don't know if you've watched Lion King. You know, I like to use that example because that's literally how it happened. So he carried me. So we are on the second floor of the complex. You know when the herbalist, is it an herbalist now, carried Simba and like this to the words to say, see your child. That's how he carried me. And me, I was really tiny. I was less than 50 kg at the time, so I was really slim. So just carry my eyes and puts me like, so he's going to throw me from up to down. I look up to my father. I looked down. I was like, please, I cannot. That like, you should just put me down. You should just put me down. I didn't say I will do whatever you want. But then I was just begging that, please, just put me down. Please, just put me down. Please, just put me down. He wasn't putting me down. So I stayed there for like maybe like 2-3 minutes, and I was looking at my life like this, and I said, I'm scared of heights. Please put me down. Now, normally I'm not scared of heights, but because I was avoiding, because what was going to my head was, tell him that you do whatever he wants, just do it. But I was so, this stubborn, I would say, but I was just like, no, I can't do this. So I just said, I'm scared of heights. So he said, oh, you didn't tell me you're scared of heights now. I'll put you down. So he put me down and told me, oh yeah, off your clothes. And then it's the audacity for me. Like, catch that boy. He told me, off your clothes. He said it in English, off your clothes. I said, please, I don't want to off my clothes. He said it in English. I said, German, you can brush me, sir. And he was like, I was like, please, can we go downstairs? I can't. So now I'm thinking, escape. Let me first leave this I am. Let me go downstairs. At least I can quickly run away, escape. So I was like, please, I'm no longer comfortable here because of the height and this thing. Let me go downstairs. So he dragged me by the hand and took me downstairs. So by the time I go downstairs, I realized that it was already too late because they've already closed. All the places I came through. Now it's like maybe 8 o'clock ish. All the places I closed, they've already closed. They've closed everywhere. It's like we're both of us are stuck in the complex. Only one tiny space left to escape, and there's no way there was no way I could, unless I hurt him. I cannot escape. Now he has collected my bag. Inside my bag is my house key. Inside my bag is my phone. So for me to escape, I also need my bag to escape. Inside my bag is where the money is. So and he has collected my bag. So when I said you should take me downstairs, he collected my bag from me and took me downstairs. So we go downstairs. And told me to kneel down. And he told me to off my clothes. So what he was just saying to me was off my clothes, push off my clothes, off my clothes. Then there was stone on the floor, there was corn that's not that roasted corn that they've eaten. They've forgotten that. He took them, let's check my off your clothes, off your clothes, off your clothes. When I got to daddy, all my clothes was torn from the beating of the stone and the corn. Off your clothes, off your clothes, off your clothes. I was just crying that please. At some point I got angry. I tried to attack him back. I dragged one of his hand. I beat his hand. Like really tight. It was bleeding. As I sensed that it was bleeding, I was afraid that I don't know maybe this person has ripped. That I was mistakenly swallowed the blood and that's how I have HIV. That's even so I quickly removed the hand. I just threw everything, all the blood that was in my mouth. I made sure that I didn't swallow it. I don't know if that worked. I never can tell in this life. So I did that. I fought him, and when I did it's Tom I beat. He now made him more angry. He beat stupid and bastards in my body. It was and at this point now they've beaten me, they've threatened to kill me. What I should remain in. I was so upset, and I'm not now upset with the guy anymore. I'm upset that I'm in this situation. Like, do you know where I am? I'm a child of God. Is God playing? Like, how did I find myself in this situation? I just look up to the sky and say, Jesus! I'm not even joking. I said, Jesus, like, see what I'm doing to your daughter. Like, the emotion was too much, and I was crying. I shouted, like, pain. I shouted like somebody that lost the child. Like, I was so angry. I was like, and there's God, and I serve a God, and that God is looking at me like this in this situation. Like, man is drilling with me like this, and I'm not doing anything. This man is supposed to strike this man down. No. And then I shouted, Jesus, sorry I didn't say that. I see you're alive. They will just give me finish, and you be happy. And I mean, it's not when I'm saying it now. It's a bit funny, but at that time, it wasn't funny at all. Like, I was like, no, now God, you can't be looking at me like this now. It's not even possible. Like, what? After all of this guy will get through with all of this. It's not possible. So I was really angry. I shouted. I was like, God, see what I didn't see your daughter. Like, see your life. Like, see your life in public place. It won't me. Like, this shouldn't be happening and all of that. I think he saw the emotional part of that, and I think there's also power in the name of Jesus, because the moment I said that, he just told me, don't think because you're shouting Jesus, I'm going to leave you. And that was it. That was how I escaped. It wasn't like, it was just the name of Jesus, really. So you don't think it's because you're shouting Jesus, I'm going to leave you. I don't just leave you because I just want to leave you. And I told you guys that, 7 o'clock I was with this guy. I got home past 10. So it was a whole 3 hours of traumatic experience for me. I got home, all my clothes were ripped. I was wearing a jeans. For you to know how I was beaten, my jeans was ripped. My top, I just got on, I just off the clothes. This is actually off the cloth of shame. You know the irony of all these things? This man literally followed me home, took the bike, told me to go on the bike, asked for my address, sat on the back with me. He didn't really leave me my bag. He sat on the back with me and made sure that I got home safe. Then he gave me my bag, and then he took the bike and left. If that's no God, I don't know what it is. Anyway, that was what happened to me. Now, I told people, I think I told like few people, but when I'm telling them, see the way I'm sitting like this, my leg is relaxed. When I'm telling them my leg is not relaxed, my leg will be crossed. It will be tight. Like, as if the experience is happening again. Like, the way I was feeling that day, as if it's happening again. But that's how I started. People just, made it look like it wasn't a big deal because I wasn't raped. Like I said before, I've said it so many times, it's not really about if you were raped or not. It's about what that situation did to you. So, after some time, I stopped talking about it. I wasn't even comfortable sharing it anyway, because it's me that know the thing that happened to me. You cannot now come and rubbish it, so I just stopped talking about it. Now, this was in 2014. I got married in 2021. That's 7 years. So, after like 1 year, 2 years, I've forgotten about it. I probably just say, the time that I was almost raped, but I've forgotten about it. It wasn't. Like, I was angry with the guy. I tried calling his number. Maybe I gave his number. I tried calling his number. I called him when he picked. I told him that for his new person, you see that you did that one, you dropped the call. I called him again at that time, and he didn't pick, and the phone was switched off, and then I just stopped. I think I forgave him. I don't even remember. I just stopped calling about it. I moved on. I met a good man. I married a good man. Let me say that again. I married a good man. And then, obviously, all of that happened, and I've said what happened after I got married. So when I remember the situation, when the Holy Spirit reminded me of the situation, it made more sense that choo this thing is looking like Vaginismus. And then I add something substantial to say this could be the reason for the Vaginismus. 2 things were certain. I was sure that I had the symptoms of Vaginismus, and I was sure that the way my body reacted when we are trying to have the penetrative sex was exactly the way my body reacts when I remember that unfortunate incident. But I couldn't still conclude that I had Vaginismus. I just know that I had this and I had this. So I started to talk to a senior friend, and then I didn't tell her about the vaginismus part. I just told her, oh, I need to shout out to her, Sister Ife. You know yourself. I love you, ma. And I told her, she said that, am I sure that I don't have anything that could cause it, anything psychological that could cause it? And I told her that yes, I do. That we are thinking it's vaginismus, but we are not sure. Because we don't want to be very quick to say, oh yes, I have vaginismus. No. I mean, it's not something that you want to be proud of. It's not an award. So she was like that it could be it. Maybe you should see a therapist, something that maybe you should see some people that they probably know about it. So yes, I decided to look for a therapist. Coincidentally, there's this therapist that I was following previously when we are trying to get married. We were trying to follow some things, know something. So I follow a lot of people online like that. So, but then I just felt much comfortable with it. She's on Instagram. I'll put Instagram address on the video as well. She's really, really, really good. She's a beautiful person. She's a beautiful soul. And then so she said, so I reached out to her. I said, oh, good afternoon, or good morning. I told her my experience. Now it's already like 2 years and some months. So I said I've been married for 2 years and 2 years plus, and blah 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 blah. We haven't been able to get this done. We don't, and I did not tell her, oh, I think I have vaginismus. Oh no, I didn't even mention anything about it. I just said we don't know. So I was trying to be as neutral as possible, just in case there's no vaginismus. I knew that I wasn't scared, so the fear of sex was not on the list. But I didn't want to say, this is what I think I have. No, so we didn't tell her that that's what we were thinking. We just told her, well, this is it, and we don't know. Maybe we don't even know how to do it. As a spay, we are not. I mean, both of us, we have not done it before, but it's been 2 years plus now. So, I mean, we need help. And she was like, okay, no problem. She sent her fees, we made payments, we had our session. So the first session, she just told us basic things to do, and then we did it, and it wasn't working. So she said, I suspect vaginismus. I suspect that you have vaginismus. And I'm like, yeah, I suspect that too. So now I mean, with the amount of 2 or 3 people, the truth is established. I mean, I now have somebody that is a clinical therapist, sex therapist, confirming that, oh, this is a suspicion. And then she said she's had cases of people that are 7 years, 11 years. So when Tito said that people who are in her DM 7 years, 10 years, 20 years, my sister, my brother, she's not lying. She's actually telling the truth. I mean, you already said the same thing to us that she said she just even finished a case of 5 years when she was dealing with us. She just finished a case of 5 years, and she just said telling us that she was really positive. She even prayed with us. She even told us that that she wants us to do within the next couple of months. But she doesn't want us to put pressure on ourselves. So she gave us tips, and another thing that I needed to do, according to her, and something that Tito also said, and it really works for me. I think I really learned it from the both of them. She said to me that talk to yourself. So it was obviously, we know that vaginismus is psychological. Like, you have to talk to yourself. If you are dealing with it, you need to talk to yourself. Your body feels that whatever your husband is doing to you is harm, and so your body and your brain would never want you to be harmed. Just imagine you want to cross the road and you see a car, and the way your body reacts is oh, run away from this harm. That's how your body feels. So it feels like that thing is danger. And it wasn't just about sex for me. I couldn't use tampon. I couldn't put my own finger there. It was just it just felt wrong. It just felt like I was going to hurt myself. So if I cannot use tampon, if my finger cannot enter, you see the 6+ size that will enter. I mean, I know you get what I'm trying to say. So I tried to talk to myself. This person is part of my body. This person is my husband. What we are doing is right. What we are doing is noble. It's allowed. It's accepted. You are married to this man, and he loves you, and you love him. It is now part of us now. So it took a lot of, when I got doing a daily confession, and what I stopped doing was I must have sex. I stopped doing that as well. We already know that there is a problem. We already know this is a problem. So I stopped putting that pressure on myself. So I started talking to myself. you know, Tito already said it, Ireti already said it, that okay, this is another way to help yourself as an individual. So I started telling myself, okay, I am this, I'm a child of God. God loves me. I'm married. Whatever happened to me, it's in the past. It doesn't have the right to control my future. It doesn't even have the right to control my marriage. It doesn't have the right to control how I live my life going forward. Like I said about the backpacking money, I don't need to carry it anymore. So I started introducing the man I married to my body. I know it sounds somehow, but yes, I had to do that. So I said, this person is our husband. Like, he's part of us. Like, he's not doing any harm to us. He's not going to hurt us. He's our own. He loves us. And so be ready to accept the love. Like, I did that like so many times. Like, it was more like a daily confession for me. I was doing that. And then I was in too much pressure to have sex. And there's so many things that Ireti also helped us with. And she told us to give ourselves grace. Give yourself time. Don't rush. Now that you know that you're in the right track, give yourself grace. And then it finally happened. The good thing is, or the funny thing is, my friend used to say, let me just mention her name, Talani. That was a year. So she used to say, like, God has a sense of humor. Like, it happened on my birthday and it wasn't even planned. So that's why I said, like, it's not like as if we said, oh yeah, today we are doing this. No, it wasn't even planned. I think I was just too excited. And then, the confession had really helped my mind. Like, we've done so many things. We've done so many innovative, but we've done so many techniques. And then, so it's really, but for me, all in all is, my take home from all of this is, we go through life journey. And I knew that when I had that experience, I knew that something was wrong in the way I felt about the situation. That incident, it was traumatizing, traumatic for me. I was 100% sure of that. What did I do about it? Nothing. And that's like, if I had said to myself, oh, this thing is really affecting me at the time, like 7 years before I got married, like maybe like when I remember, this is how I feel. And I spoke to maybe a psychologist, therapist, a life coach, somebody, senior person, and then I'd taken active steps to, heal. Maybe I would have gotten married and nothing, and I'll be fine. But no, because maybe, everybody just made it feel like, because it wasn't raped, just move on. I just forgot about it. And then it just imagined that I was just carrying that in my back and I was just walking with it. And I imagine me on my wedding day dancing with that backpack. Because that's how it happened. Like, imagine it physically. Or imagine that it was like a physical wound. Like, I had a cut and then my hand was like this and I was just carrying it and I did not heal it. So that's how I carried it. So what I'm trying to say to us, and it's not just ladies, like everybody, like male, female, if something happened to you and you are very much aware that this thing broke me, it wounded me, made me feel less of myself, or I'm traumatized by this situation, my question goes to you: what are you doing about it? Because I'm a firm believer that you can be healed early. You don't have to wait for 3 years like I did if you are going through Vaginismus, or if you have had that experience. You don't have to find out. It doesn't have to even lead to Vaginismus, right? People who have said they spend 5 years, they spend 10 years. You really necessarily don't have to. There's no glory in, I didn't have sex for 3 years. It's not something that you want. So, but if I did not, if I healed myself or helped myself work towards healing, try to like find healing, I probably would not be saying this story today. But to the glory of God, I'm happy about my life. I'm just saying that some of these things could have been avoided. So that's part of the reason why I'm doing this video, to tell you that whatever you are going through, whatever you have been through, and you have something unresolved. Do you know it could even be something as simple as unforgiveness. Like, I know that it sounds like I'm preaching now, but to be honest, don't hold onto your wounds. Don't hide it. Don't sweep it like it doesn't matter. Try to seek healing. Whether you've been abused in a relationship, whether you've been a victim of domestic violence, whether you've been a victim of rape, whether you've been in what's something that we call when we lose friendship, break up with friends, or you've just seen a movie and then it just eats you. Like, it could be anything. Or it could be another story that I'll be sharing sometimes, maybe later, about maybe your background, childhood trauma, your maybe father's love, sibling rivalry. It could be anything. Don't carry the baggage. It's just like all of these things, all of this baggage can be like a seed that is sown. Like, let's say a corn now, for instance. If you sow a corn, you don't know, nobody know how many if you when it grows, you don't know how many is going to come out, how many you harvest. And sometimes you can't even say this corn can lead to this number of things, so you don't know how it will affect you in the future. You don't know what it will do in you. And for some people that you think that it does not do anything to you, I tell you that even if it does not do anything to you, there might not be something as serious as vaginismus, right? It can be a change in identity for you. You can end up living a life that is not yours. So maybe something happened to you, you decide that because of this person, I will not do this again. That's changing you. That's making you become who you are not. And that's because you've not healed. You can still live your life to the fullest, because you end up becoming someone that you are not. You will lose yourself in. Imagine how many people have hurt you and you say you won't. I mean, you won't. You become a total different person. So if you think that you want to talk to somebody, if you think that you want to pray about it, if you think that you will have more questions, you could follow me on Instagram at official carry cares. The link will be there. You could send a DM to me, you can comment on this post, or if you think that this video will help anybody, maybe your friend, family, somebody that you know, or maybe on any group, you can also send a link to this video to them. I hope that you learned from the story, and I hope that you're blessed. Like, share, and subscribe. I love you so much. Thank you now.